Morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to the nation of motorcycle riders, road glide, street glide, road king, anything having to do with hard bags and touring. Listen, this is simply a disclaimer on this particular product that I came up with because I saw it somewhere else. I figured out that I could make it, so I made it. I posted it, didn't realize it was going to blow up the way it did, which I felt like I was appreciated on that note. This is also to say that if you decide that you want to do this is simply your responsibility, not mine. I'm just showing you that it can be done. If you want to, if you put your heart into it, you can make this. I'm not responsible for what you do and how you do this project or how you run it on the motorcycle. That's entirely up to you. So as far as a legal standpoint, I'm giving you knowledge that it can be done, but it's your responsibility, not mine, because I didn't touch your motorcycle. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, as you can see, I'm on eBay. All right. Okay. I typed in Harley-Davidson saddlebag reflectors. Some of these reflectors are slightly different. So please, when you type in what you're looking for, specify your year of the vehicle. I'm going to scroll down, and here we come up with reflectors. They come in dark smoke. Sorry, I went too fast. Let's see how this is. Bear with me. Okay. Smoke. Going for $5.25. Check that out. Free shipping. You have another pair, $5.95. Another pair, $7.98. You have red. Going for $6. Oh, one thing to point out, when you see the red, look at the year. Always check the year, make sure it's within what you want. Light smoke, 7. Dark smoke, 6. And what I have on my motorcycle, the clear latches. The clear reflectors for my latches. Okay, that was $7.98. Now, I'm just going to click on this and show you something. All right, one thing I'm concerned with when it comes up, is where they are located, wherever it's coming from. This is always important. Let me turn the camera because I'm looking at the screen. Okay, you see where it says California. All right, that's in the United States. Estimated time between April 2nd and April 6th. Usually it's faster. So sometimes, doing whatever they got going on, it's pretty much in that estimated time. Another thing that I check for with these is, you see this page right here? All right. I try not to get the adhesive already on the backing, and we'll get into that at a later time. This adhesion tape, which is basically a 3M, I try to get that separate. Okay, so that's another thing that I do. And I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but if you can get them separated from the backing, that's a good thing. If not, there's a method to the madness. I got something else for that. Okay, so once again, I have the clear, as you can see, on my bike because of the previous pictures. Wait for this computer to come up. It's an older one, so it's a little slow. I usually order my stuff online through my phone, and since I'm on the phone, I still have to have a another computer, another machine to show you guys what's happening. So this joker's a little slow for some crazy reason, but they do come in different colors, such as amber, the clear, the smoke. I think that's red right there. Yeah, that's red. Amber, clear, smoke, and so forth and so on. And as you can see, let me turn this gimbal around. I'm looking at the I'm looking at the actual screen of the computer, not the phone. As you can see, check out the prices. Okay, check out the prices. Once again, specify the year of your motorcycle and put in Harley-Davidson saddlebag reflectors. All right. Okay, I'm gonna pause this for a second and jump into the LED stuff. Okay, we're back. This is what I typed in: 12-inch LED strip, waterproof. Let's see what comes up. A whole bunch of stuff. Usually I like the 50/50s, SMDs, carboat, truck, soft. It depends on what color you want. You can get it super bright, as you can see down here, different shades. Okay, so main thing I look for is whether or not I can cut them. Now, I did type in 12-inch LED strip, so that gives me enough to place into the latch reflector. But I like to cut them, and I just get them set up so that I can do that. Let's click on this one, I guess. Yeah, we'll click on this one and see what comes up. Hopefully I clicked on the right stuff. Okay. Once again, I go into the description. All right. Let me see. Okay. Cut to any length. Very important. You want to be able to cut these because, hey, the latch is only about 7 inches, so you do want to be able to cut them. All right, and all of these show you where you can cut them pretty much. Now, rule of thumb, if you count out 6 LED strips, because 6 LED lights or chips, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Generally over here, this is where you can cut them. Now, if you're not sure, cut one on the end and see what lights up. And then, but on the end means this way, over here, not where the wire and the junction is made, but over here. Cut just one, just to get a feel for it. But my general thing was, my general rule was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After the 6th one, I can cut it. Okay? Let's see, make sure everybody got that on here. Sorry about the glare. But for a test, cut over here, just to see what stops working or works. And then you go over to the end, count out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. Let me check my math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to make that incision there after you test to make sure that you're not on the circuit or whatever. Now, one thing I want to mention is get you a small 12-volt battery or something like that to test your cuts. All right, don't stick it in the wall. These are 12-volt, meaning 12-volt, not house circuit, 12-volt. All right. Okay. Bear with me 1 second. I'm sort of speeding this up a little bit. Now that you got this stuff from eBay shipped to your house, now it's time to get cracking. Generally what comes in the package, and I'm just pulling them at random because I do have some extras around, you'll have your reflector that will look like this, and where are they? Your LEDs that will come in a package like this. Of course, more packaging, but they'll come in a package similar to this. Now what you got to do, small screwdriver or a what I call a butter knife, you know, just a small little knife out of the kitchen. Don't get in trouble, okay? This here comes glued. All right, this here comes glued. So what you have to do, if you notice, there's a small thin line between the actual reflector and this backing. Get a small screwdriver and trace it. Gotta be patient. Trace it. Okay. I find that the butter knife out of the kitchen works best. So, like I said, my wife is up and I don't want to get in trouble. Separate it. This is what it looks like on the inside once it's separated. It doesn't take long. Just separate it. All right. Now, one thing I want to say, see these lines on the outer bank all the way around? That will be your glue spot because you're going to have to glue this back on. And it has to fit like so. All right. Now I'm going to try and work this gimbal and get me off the screen. All right. Where I can still look at this. Let me back this up just a little bit. Okay. Now, certain tools you're going to need because what has to be done, and I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit, you want it to look like this after you're done. Okay. Now, this right here, Dremel with cut-off wheel. When you start cutting this, move this away from you because what happens, this is plastic. It burns, okay? It burns and it's going to shoot everywhere, so you need to be in a ventilated or a clear spot. And you go ahead and commence the cutting. Now stay inside of this outer line when you cut this. Inside of this outer line. If you need a guide, take your LED, and this is a 12-inch, by the way, even though we're going to cut this in a little bit. Take your LED. One thing I forgot. The big side would always be the front of it, okay? The large side will always be the front of it. Always. Okay, because it's going to go on just like that. Take your LED and get your match point. So once you line up right here, you can scribe with a little metal object just to get you an idea of what you need to cut out. But we want to leave it so that once you're done cutting, you're still able to glue it back to the reflector. So remember that. So Dremel, start off slow, cut it out. Dremel, sorry. Start off slow, stay in the lines, cut it out. Okay? After you're done that, after it's cut, You're going to glue this and this back together. Well, let me stop right there. Hold on. Let me back that up. You're going to measure while it's not glued just by placing it together. Big side. Jam it in there as far as it'll go. Tuck it in, push it in as far as it'll go. Right? Once it starts to look like this, you know that you're on your way. Okay? Now, take these two pieces and glue them back together. Get your toothpick, Gorilla Glue, the gel kind, and glue it back together. The reason why I say the gel is because less mess. I think this is, yeah, less mess. Make sure you put the top on it because these don't last too long, okay? Home Depot, Lowe's, somebody, even Walmart, I believe, sells these now. I could be wrong, but I know I got this from Home Depot. Glue this back together. Use gloves if you need to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't when I do this stuff. But when you use the toothpick, just put a little bit on the toothpick, put it around the edges, let it set. All right, at least give it, I'll say a good hour just to set up, okay? This stuff is messy, so just be careful with it. All right. Now we're gonna go and you did your test cut. And if you notice on this particular LED, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I mapped it out with an angle because this is the way it's going to look on the motorcycle. Shoved the end here all the way to the other end. Okay. Now, it looks a yucky on the back. I do realize that. This was a test module and I ripped it out and was just trying different colors, okay? So, since I had it laying around, why not? Let me show you guys what's going on. Okay, I'm looking for, here it is. This is not the right stuff. This is just what it comes in. Find you a tube, clear tube of silicone. Home Depot, again, I shop there all the time. If not, your local hardware store, go get you some silicone, clear silicone. This is just something different. I was going to Home Depot yesterday and they had a line out there, so I didn't feel like waiting. But this is what it comes in. Okay, this is not the right stuff. Okay, so this is something totally different. But clear silicone. Mop it in, spread it around with your finger, let that set. Okay, spread this around with your finger. Clear silicone, clear silicone. Can't stress it enough. It looks like this, but it's not this. Clear silicone. Marine grade stuff is fine. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, clear silicone. Mop it over. All right. What that's going to do is just seal this up. All right. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is that adhesive that I showed you previously on the eBay page. All right. As I said earlier, some of the 3M backing is already attached. Don't worry about it. If it is, don't get frustrated. Scrape it off as best you can, okay? Goof off. There's some stuff called goof off. It's like an adhesive remover. Just scrape it off. If you did order the kind that already has a little separate backing, already ready to go, mapped out, okay, cool, fine. Sometimes I've been lucky to get the separated 3M backing or the double-sided tape. Fine, okay, no problem. But if it doesn't come like that and it's already put on, already placed on, you're going to have to take it off anyway. Again, the hardware store is your best friend. This is 3M, or who is this? This is Scotch, two-sided tape. That's all you need. After that, silicone has dried. That's all you need. Lay a sheet of that on there. Let it set for a little bit, okay? And the way you let it set, you rub it in, you charge it up. Okay, now I'm going to stop this video at this time, and then we'll move on to the bike. But this is my first video. I hope the instructions were jam up. You can understand this. Like I said, I didn't spend a lot of money making this stuff. You can do it if you feel like it, or if you have the drive, motivation, what have you. You can do this, okay? Basically, that's it. Just remember, you only need a little bit of this, even though the 12-inch lengths were 12 inches, and yes, you got some extra stuff. Don't worry about it. Count out 6. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you'll be cutting up in here somewhere. All right? Shape it out. Whatever the angle is, follow that angle. Lay it in there. Always remember, the wire side will be coming out on the larger side of the reflector. That's it. Glue it together. Let it set. I'll make another video as to how I put it on the motorcycle. Very interesting too. So stay tuned. Hopefully by now you've gotten your stuff, and now it's time to put all this together and make your latch. So let's get into it. One more thing. Like and subscribe, please. I hope this was jam up so that you can understand what's going on with this. And stay tuned for the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that smash button, all right? Appreciate it.